Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Sarah, and I've been sharing my weight loss journey here on YouTube since April of 2020. That journey also includes a bariatric surgical procedure called vertical sleeve gastrectomy, or VSG for short, that I had at Blossom Bariatrics in August of 2022. I've continued sharing my weight loss journey and my progress after losing over 120 pounds. Before I get into today's video, I do want to give a huge thank you to all of my subscribers, both new and old. I recently crossed 4,300 subscribers, which is absolutely amazing, and I'm so appreciative. I did set a goal to reach 5,000 subscribers by the end of this year, and I cannot do that without your help, so please be sure to continue to like, comment, and share my videos. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. All of that really does help me reach my goal, and it helps my channel a lot, which I very much appreciate you for. Thank you for coming along on my journey. In July, I had kicked off a 12-week challenge where I was trying to lose the last 10 pounds I had to go at the time to meet my surgeon's goal of 145 pounds. Of all the things that I have accomplished on my weight loss journey, that surgeon's weight goal was one thing that just kind of always escaped me. I was hoping that with a little commitment and a little nudge and the motivation of having a challenge that I'd be able to hit that goal. Even if I didn't stay at that weight, I was hoping that I could get there and then just be able to say that I did it. The problem is I started at a weird time for myself. There are a lot of factors that kind of contributed to this being a weird time of my life. But what I didn't know at the time was that I was really just in the beginning phases of an oncoming bout of some pretty bad depression. Now, I don't really know if this was mainly due to work stress, because I do have a pretty stressful job. I don't know if it was because of this birth control regimen that I've started, and my body was just really trying to adjust to all these changes in my hormones, or if it was just something else that I haven't really dug into and quite figured out just yet. When I started this challenge, I was at about 155 pounds. Now, my weight always fluctuates anywhere from 3 to 5 pounds at any given time. And so when I started, I was hovering kind of between 153 and 156. Where I ended this challenge last week when it wrapped up was at 159 pounds. The lowest weight I achieved during this challenge at any point was 150.3, and the highest weight that I was at was actually at 162 at one point. So my weight was just kind of all over the place. Now, fluctuations are normal, but I can safely say that a lot of the weight issues that I was having was really because of what I was putting into my mouth. I started noticing probably in August that I really was responding to the stress in my life by eating. This is something I have dealt with for my entire life as somebody with diagnosed binge eating disorder. The big difference this time around for me, though, is that I recognized that I had a problem. And just even recognizing that you're going through depression is really hard to do. Not only was my eating all off, but I really also started to notice that I was not enjoying the things that I normally enjoyed. Things like going to the gym a couple of times a week, having a workout routine just in general. Literally everything that I had to do felt like some big gigantic chore, and it didn't matter how small or how big the task was at hand. I just didn't want to do anything. I haven't felt like doing anything. I even neglected my houseplants, which, if you know me, that's kind of a huge deal. I love my houseplants, and if I were to show you what they look like right now, they are looking a little bit shabby because I just wasn't taking care of them the way that I should be. I don't really understand how or why this started, but it did, and now I'm doing things to try and manage this and get ahead of it before it gets worse. It's just unfortunate that my challenge started as I was in the beginning phases of this experience. And so my results of the challenge really suffered, and I would consider my results of this challenge a pretty epic fail. Like I mentioned though, I am working on all of these things. I actually have a doctor's appointment coming up because even though I'm going through therapy and I'm really working hard to get myself back into a regular exercise routine, I'm still really struggling with the stress eating, number one, and I'm also really struggling with how I feel just generally. I almost always feel really, really tired, and I also almost always feel kind of crappy about myself, like I'm not enough or like I'm not doing enough. And that is just so not me. If you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I usually am very good about finding the positive in any situation. And that has just not been coming easily for me lately. I feel like I owe it to you as my subscribers, especially for those of you who have joined my membership as well. I'm just not delivering on promises because, like I said, everything that I have been doing or need to do just feels like this gigantic chore and an impossible task that I just can't get myself to accomplish. So for those of you who are currently members, and there's not a lot of you, I am going to be turning that off because I am not one to make empty promises, and it just pains me to have people paying for something and I'm not delivering on my end. So I do want to apologize to you if you are a channel member. I am very sorry about that, and I'm hoping that once I get this kind of depressive bout under control, that we can pick that back up and I can deliver on the things that I said I would. For moving forward, I know that I really need to work on structure and having a specific time that I'm doing a specific task and just setting those things up for my own success. As far as my exercise routine goes, I have committed to doing 3 days a week. It's going to be Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday, my typical routine. That has always worked really well for me. But I also started doing C2 5K again, not because I need to train to do a 5K. I do a 5K randomly here and there whenever I want to, but I want to have the structure of a program that gives me a weekly goal that I can commit to. I'm also simplifying my gym routine. I did show you what that looks like previously, so I'm keeping it super simple, super basic. It takes me anywhere from 30 to 45 minutes to complete that routine. That way I'm not spending like a whole hour, hour and a half in the gym 3 times a week. That just seems to be too much for me right now. So if I can commit to doing 30 minutes at a minimum, that feels much more achievable to me. And so far, over the last 2 weeks, I've been really successful in actually doing that. I also know that I need to have a structured meal plan. I need to know what I'm eating each day. That way I just don't go off the rails with snacking or, trying to find something random and put something together and then ending up eating something junky just because I couldn't think of something that I want for lunch. I'm really, really, really scared of some of my binge eating tendencies that I feel like are sneaking in. Now, granted, because I have my VSG, I have my sleeve, I really can't physically binge eat, but it's the feeling of mindless eating that I'm very scared of right now. And so again, this is kind of going back to getting the depression under control. I know I have to get in front of this because I don't ever want to go backwards. I don't ever want that to happen. And I feel like right now, where I'm at, that could kind of creep up on me. That being said, I also don't want to be so strict with my meal plans and my exercise routines that it becomes over-restriction, which, if you know anything about BED, over-restriction is a huge trigger for binges, so we want to avoid that. So I'm really just working on balancing things out right now so that I feel like I am in control and less out of control, essentially. Even though I did not lose the weight that I wanted to during this challenge, in fact, I went backwards, which is super aggravating, I still know that I look really good and I'm still in better shape than I have been in my entire life. I'm really trying hard not to beat myself up over the last 3 months or so. I'm obviously going through something. I obviously have to take care of that. And it just kind of is something I have to deal with right now before I worry about anything else. But I have to remember how far I've come. I was once so close to being 300 pounds. And even if I'm, 158, 160, that's not 300 pounds. That's a long ways away, and I don't ever want to feel the way I did when I was that heavy. And so I'm really committed to just living a healthy lifestyle, whether it's, trying to lose weight or not, or just maintaining my current weight. I really need to be happy and satisfied with that and not have to worry about, surgeon's goals or, a pound here and there on the scale. I just need to do what is best for me to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And that includes taking care of my mental health, which I know is going to take some work to figure out what is going on with me. I'm hoping once I get this kind of under control that if I decide to do some challenge in the future, that you all will come along with me on that as well. I do want to shout out everybody who did so amazing. I loved hearing about the progress of others who participated in this challenge and just absolutely crushed their goals. And even there were some people who just were like, you know what? I didn't gain weight. And for me, that is a huge win. And I am so proud of each and every one of you who participated in this challenge with me. You all are amazing and gosh, so motivating. I really appreciate you sharing your journey with me. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I am excited to share the next chapter of my health and wellness journey, which is getting my mental health under control and maybe discovering some new things about myself that I didn't realize. Thank you so much for watching this video, and until next time, I'll see you real soon. Bye!